Good day, mate. Good day, mate. Good day, mate. Good night. Good night.
Hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? Sorry, I've had a billion things to do. Getting ready for the stream and for today. Let's see. I've made a bunch of posts everywhere. So for people who follow me on Blue Sky or on Instagram or even TikTok, the very few of you that do, I have posted a video related to Squeakross, which is what we're playing today. But before we get started, let me double check that everything is working, and then we will begin. In the meantime, how are you? How goes it? How is everything? All right, let me lower the music. And let's see here. Scooch that way. I think we're not good. I lied to you. I forgot to do something real fast. What have you guys been up to today? What have you been doing? Any fun news? Anything exciting? Tell me about it. Oops. All right. Put my Discord on streamer mode. Did you like the Phoenix Wright? Objection. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. All right, we're good. Let's go ahead and move on over. Welcome in, everybody. How are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic one. Let me scroll down, and say hello to everybody. Emmers, you were here first. Emmers, hello. How are you, Jonzo? Welcome in, Jonzo. How's it going? Yemit, how are you? How's it going? Are you guys ready for your vacay? Too much to bear. Hello, how's it going? Joss. Let's see. Valk, welcome in. How are you, Valk? And Joss with the 75 stream streak. Incredible. And let me share it this time. I swear this is from yesterday. Oh, you're totally good. I'm so happy for you. You're so close to the 100 stream streak. Incredible. Hopefully the power stays on. Too much to bear. I hope so for you as well. Love the video. I'm glad. I wanted to almost spilled my coffee. Since we're playing Squeakross today, which one, it looks like my camera is still freezing. Lovely. We have been given an early access preview of the game. We're back. Early access preview of the game. Different from the demo. A few things have been added, and so we're doing that today, and I'm very excited to get started with that. So it's gonna be a pretty chill sort of puzzle stream today. So yeah, it froze in a face that wasn't just the worst. I honestly have zero idea what's causing that. Like, I have no idea. I've tried a couple of different things. No idea. Reorganizing my Pokemon cards today because the cards at the bottom of the binder are getting squished. No, we don't want squished cards. But I'm glad that you're doing that. That's very fun. How the power has been flickering for you? Too much to bear? Is it -6 where you are, Emmers? It's so much. If that's true, it's so much colder there than it is here in Alaska. It is in 33 right now, Fahrenheit. So a single degree above freezing. Oh, it's 10, but it feels like -6. Okay. Let's see, you're still colder there, which is wild. Yeah, the wind has been very harsh the past 2 days. Yeesh. Yeah, too much to bear. That's rough. Also, for some reason... Oh, never mind. My Twitch preview on my iPad... Ah, there we go. I must have hit the, like, zoom in button. I like being able to see the full preview. What have you guys been up to today? Anything fun? Anything exciting? I have been doing some work. We were actually going to start earlier, but I had some work to do. Yes, even in a public holiday. Besides that, not really much of anything. Yeah, the wind is pretty crazy. Yeesh. Yeah, besides that, I haven't really done very much today. Helping someone finish their AC catalog, so I booted it back up. How did it feel playing Animal Crossing again? I'm excited that in Squeakross we get to decorate a little house. My plan is to start the game from scratch again. I kind of miss it too. Doesn't it make you excited for Fantasy Life though? Because it definitely makes me, oh, lovely, lovely. That froze because I started up my Steam Deck. So that one was an anticipated freeze. I should have put a better face on. Knowing that it was probably going to freeze. Next time I start my Steam Deck, I'll smile. I miss Animal Crossing too. Such a fun time. So many good memories from that game. I really hope it's one of the launch... Well, if not a launch title, I really hope it's within the first 6 months of the Switch 2 coming out. Because 1, they have not updated Animal Crossing in forever. 2, they're surely working on it because the team that works on Splatoon is also... well, maybe not the whole team, but there is a large portion of the Splatoon team that works on Animal Crossing. And when one game is finished, the majority of the team works on the other. That's why eventually Animal Crossing was kind of done, is all of their focus was then kind of switched to Splatoon and its DLCs and whatever. So I'm hoping, though, they realize how big of a franchise Animal Crossing is, as well as how large the, like, cozy gaming community has become, and kind of the expectations that a lot of those games have, which are usually, like, you know, somewhat continual updates, or, like, you know, at least a few content updates in the works, because I think it just, you know, I loved it. Obviously, we played it for so long, but the lack of updates, and then just being like, here's 2.0 and we're done. Goodbye. That's it. There's been an Animal Crossing every 4 to 5 years, and we are in the 5th year. I mean, well, and I guess the point that I was making is that Splatoon 2 has been done. Like, they finished content for it. Besides, like, I guess there's probably still some of those, like, Turf Wars or whatever it's called. I think that's still going. But there's not, like, new content coming out for it. So that I'm like, so that means probably a lot of that team has been working on Animal Crossing. I honestly don't expect, like, too much of a visual upgrade, you know? Like, I can't imagine it's going to be like, I don't know. Part of me is like, sure, I'd be okay if they reuse some assets, or if they, like, just, you know, bumped up the quality of it or whatever, but, like, I'm not expecting, like, a complete overhaul of the game, I guess. And I'm sure a lot of things can transfer over to the new game, surely, like some of the crafting mechanics and stuff, but don't know. I hope they add a lot more. I really hope for more villager interactions with some of the items that you place out on your island. Pocket Camp had more the villagers interacted with more objects on Pocket Camp than in the full game, which is a little sad. Oh, you count Pocket Camp? Yeah, I don't know if I do. But still, I feel like they probably see a reason to release one sooner rather than later, I bet. Is my imagining. I could see it happening for sure before 8 years. Like, there's still a pretty healthy New Horizons community. And honestly, I'm surprised at how many times I'll be going through the Animal Crossing subreddit and there are still like new players who have just started and are like, is this new? And it's like, no, it's not. Whatever it is. Whatever it is that you've posted, it's not new. Anyway. But there's still like a lot of people discovering the game for the first time. But I can see. I mean, things have definitely slowed down, obviously. Now I anticipate with Animal Crossing coming out, like, it'll be interesting going back to things like Nookazon. For those that don't know Animal Crossing, a website popped up with New Horizons called Nookazon, sort of like Amazon. And it was a way to, honestly, it was more like eBay, but, OMG, Nookazon, yeah. It was a website that allowed users to kind of coordinate item trades or like buying of items or trading villagers, or like, I guess not trading a villager, but like, sending a villager from one island to the other. And it was like very helpful, for the most part. Like, it really helped arrange some things. Like, if you really wanted an item and couldn't get a hold of it or a certain color of it, going through Nookazon was very helpful. But it became sort of like the Wild West of like trading, I guess. It was like a black market almost. I think is actually more what I mean. It's kind of like a black market of trading. It was like the dark web. Could you also set up queues for people visiting your island for turnips? Yes, you could, couldn't. Well, or wait, no, that was another site. Turnip. Wasn't like Turnip Timer or something like that, right? Wasn't it? I feel like it had the name Turnip in it. I could be wrong, but anyway, it just became wild because like inflation. The villagers. So the way you would do things is you would either say, like, if you had an item that you wanted to trade, you could either say, I am looking for these items and I will trade any item on this list for this one, and then you would have to like accept or deny people's offers. Or you would say, I'm also accepting bells, which is the main currency in the game. Or you could say, I'm accepting Nook Mile tickets, which is sort of a rarer currency, but it's kind of, this was my, okay, we're getting into a rant. we're getting into rant territory, and you guys are just gonna have to deal with it. So here's my thing. Nook Mile tickets became the main source of currency for, buckle up boys, became the main source of currency for trading in Animal Crossing New Horizons. That never made sense to me, because Nook Mile tickets, you could not use them for anything but one thing, which was a Nook Mile ticket allowed you to go on these special excursions in game that allowed you to find different villagers. It was like you'd go to a random island and what villager was on there was random. That was the only way you could use Nook Mile tickets, and you earn those in-game just by playing. So like completing daily quests, you would earn enough Nook Miles for a Nook Mile ticket, and etc. But for some reason, and I don't know how it happened, is maybe because it cost quite a bit of Nook Miles for the tickets and people wanted to save their miles for other, maybe, but like eventually I had so many miles. And so like buying a ticket wasn't that big of a deal. Besides it being sort of a nuisance because you could not really buy multiple tickets at a time, really. Like, you couldn't just say, I want 100 tickets from the desk, and then, like, that's really it, is the time commitment, I suppose. But, like, in-game, Nook Miles really have zero value. So I never quite understood why it became the main currency for trading. But anyway, people would sell things for Nook Mile tickets at crazy prices. If you think the price of eggs is bad, wait till you learn the price of a Raymond villager. Raymond was like he was a new cat villager in the game, and he became the most popular by far. He had glasses. He had heterochromia, so he had two different colored eyes, and people just went wild for Raymond, and I remember people would be like, what was the asking price for? Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it almost like, I feel like I remember people being like, I want 1,000 Nook Mile tickets or something for Raymond. It was just wild. Like the price gouging was crazy. I honestly kind of stopped using Nookazon after a while. And luckily we had, as we built our Twitch community, we had a lot of Animal Crossing players who kept coming around, and then because we all had our different catalogs, we were able to like order items for each other, and I would host like trading parties basically, where people could just come in and catalog a bunch of stuff, and then, you know, whatever. So the storm has broke my dad's truck window, ripped the door off my garage, and pulled 2 trees out of the ground in front of my yard. Too much to bear. Stay inside, please. That is wild. That's a huge storm. Goodness. Hope Sassy's all right. Just because she's in your general neck of the woods. Yeah, Nookazon became sort of a wild black market. And then I remember people were actually selling Raymond on like eBay and stuff. Lovely face. Going to be a fun cleanup. Yeah, I was gonna ask how Sassy's doing. I don't think Sassy's popped in yet. So she may be well, she may be distracted or you know, I don't know. But hopefully she's fine. Anyway, Animal Crossing. So when the next Animal Crossing game picks up, I am positive Nookazon is going to be back in full force, and I am going to hate it. But luckily, we will have already built up a community of people who love Animal Crossing. So, like, I don't think it's going to be as bad for at least us personally, like the people who play Animal Crossing here, because we'll all be able to coordinate. Whereas before it was like just going on Nookazon and hoping this random person isn't going to steal money from me or isn't going to, I don't know, it was wild. But I'm actually kind of curious because the 2.0 update for New Horizons, I know that we're just randomly talking about Animal Crossing all day. We'll actually hop into the game here in like 5-ish minutes or so. But the 2.0 update kind of doesn't fully make Nookazon obsolete, but it does kind of. It won't help you like just find random items if you haven't cataloged it, but one of the things is like you can find an item in game and it might come in multiple colors, but you have only cataloged the single color that you've like put into your storage. Before you would have to go to like Nookazon or find somebody else who had that color item and then get it from them, or at least catalog it from them before you could order it at your home. But in the 2.0 update, they added the that little commune. I don't know, I forget what it's called. But the trailer park where you could change the color of the item. And Gilmore, welcome in. How are you? Squeak, how's it going? You could change the color of the item. We're playing, or we're talking Animal Crossing right now. So like you didn't have to go to Nookazon for that anymore. Like you could just, as long as you had one version of that item, you could then go to one of the NPCs and change it to whatever color you wanted. Boomer. But I'm curious. I mean, this would be huge. This would be a huge update to the game, like quality of life, if they added a trading feature in game. If they made it like an official part of it, which honestly, I mean, they have to know how big Animal Crossing became and how like the amount of like work that went behind trading items and cataloging things, and like they have to know that aspect of it. And I wonder if they would ever consider adding that main part of the game, because I think that would be cool if they did like a marketplace, because that'd be kind of neat. I think that'd be useful, because I know there's a lot of like if you guys recall back to the Animal Crossing days, sometimes people would have like, when somebody would come in, like eBay, but Enoch, I would love it. If you would recall, when we would do like trading with random people, or sometimes if you'd go to Nookazon and trade things, people would set up like a blockade. Whether it was sort of like, people would set up like a blockade to make sure people couldn't like get into their island. They would make sure that there was like a process for like, all right, you put down your money or like you put down your item, then I'll put down my item, and then you'll get, you'll be able to pick that up, and then we like make this trade. Like there was like this whole, dance that you had to do when trading items. Because you wanted to make sure people didn't start roaming around your island and all of that, because people could try to destroy things, or people would take down your money trees and all of that. Anyway, it'd be actually kind of cool. Also, quality of life. They should add some quality of life stuff that's like maybe settings that you could add to your island, where maybe you say, like, visitors, they can shake trees, but like the items don't fall out of it, like the fruit don't fall out or whatever. Like maybe you can say, the fruit only falls if I shake the tree, or it'd be kind of nice also if they did like visitors, if they run over flowers, don't break, like that kind of stuff. Like that would be some neat quality of life stuff. I got scammed a few times. I remember having to like seeing that I was getting scammed and then like pushing the power button or whatever, so that way it like canceled the internet and it would roll back to like the before they had taken the items or whatever. But yeah, anyway, it was a wild time. I also really hope forgetting all of what I've just said, the one thing I hope for, and then we'll hop into Squeakross. the one thing that I hope for is we need a better online system. Like the game freezing, everything going on pause while you watch the little like plane zoom in. As cool as that kind of was, and I did like the so-and-so is arriving from this place. Like, I liked that part of it. I like the idea of that. When you're having and hosting like 8 people or whatever the number was, it becomes a huge time waster. And then you have like people coming and going, and it's just, it's just too much. The process needs to be way smoother. It was a bit too annoying to do that. But yeah, I think that's definitely what I would, that's like, for sure, that should be top priority. I think for them is figuring out a way to do drop in, drop out. And I've realized probably part of that is like, in that loading time, they're like probably saving a state of the island and loading that for everybody and all of that. So that's like probably part of it, but I feel like there needs to be a better way for them to to kind of handle all of that, because I don't know, it was so many loading screens. I remember we had to coordinate like, okay, everybody, is everybody ready to join? Great, everybody join now. We're just gonna sit here and chat for 5 minutes or more while people load in. Okay, nobody leave. Nintendo's been good at listening and learning from their mistakes. Yeah, and I mean, it sounds like the Switch 2 is probably going to be a lot, a bit more powerful than the Switch, so hopefully it'll be able to handle that kind of stuff better. Hopefully the online, just the way it works in general, you know, might be easier as well, but okay, I'm gonna start launching the game. Also, I will be pausing all of our rewards, so like there will be no channel point redemptions. Oh. Interesting. I've never seen this menu before. Okay, I think everything should be paused, except for custom intro sound, which is fine. Okay. Okay. Let me also... a lot of things are going to be turned off while we play today and tomorrow for reasons. And I'll tell you those reasons later, but all right. So I wonder, curious. All right, so got a hunch. I'll tell you guys later. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into the game. I'm going to put here, I'm going to pin a message with a link to Squeakross. Squeakross. Home Squeak Home. Also going to say, boop. I need a good, let's see. We're playing. Boop. Gonna pin that. Just in case somebody comes in and is like, my sound redeem didn't play. It's because of that. All right. We'll be starting from the beginning. I will also be trying to, as we play, trying to sort of explain how to play Picross in the case you haven't played it before, don't know much about it. I will try my best to play. But before we hop in, let me tell you, we are playing an early access preview of the game. Thank you so much, devs, for the code for the early preview. There have been a few things added since the demo, which we played the demo, I think, in December of last year. So new things compared to the demo. There are more puzzles, furniture and costumes. There's about 400 puzzles. There is a sticker menu and UI customization. We will learn what that means. More rooms to unlock for your house. A rodent camera in the house, rodent personality customization, and more animations. I'm very excited to see that. And I can tell you that not yet for this preview build, but there will be for release. There will be 500 puzzles in total, more manual entries and cheese mail, and a night mode, which I'm very excited about, actually. I think that will be lovely. This is not the full access to the game. It's not the last thing. This isn't the last iteration of the game, but at the very least, you're getting a good preview for what, is to come. So create a profile to claim your free Home Squeak Home. You can edit your appearance at any time. Also, I feel like I'm not getting sound. I can't tell. Maybe that's... Hold on. Let me see here. That might be my HDMI. Unless, are you guys... Can you hear the game? No, you can't. Or maybe there's not sound at that point. Surely there would be. Also, let's close that. Settings. Oh, you know what I need? My keyboard. That'd be good. Also, yes, please. Let me let's do this for a secco. Secret. Hello, welcome in. Let me see here. Hello. Sound. While we figure this out, let me put that back. I am just trying to figure out the lack of sound. Sassy, hello. Let me see something. Close. If I open up what's the reason? I will tell you guys another day, but while we are playing Picross, all redeems are going to be off. Your sound alert stuff will also be off. I think it's... Is it you? Are you the problem? Is it playing sound now? Wait. It is. Okay. For some reason, the Steam Deck had chosen a different audio output for some reason. Okay, so starting Squeakross back up. Here we go. We're good to go now. There we go. All right. Create a profile to claim your free Home Squeak Home. You can edit your appearance at any time. When we need a name, last time I named our rodent Anxiety. I feel like Overthunker. He's gonna be an overthunker. Okay, fur. Well, one. Let's pick our fur pattern first. Lightning. Underside. Half spots, big spots, small spots, diameter. Hey, by the way, if you guys have not seen this before, if this is your first time seeing the game, the customization for your rodent is very in-depth. You played the Expedition. Nice. How'd it go? Bandit. I think I did Bandit last time. Twirl. Twirl's pretty cool. Gradient. Classic. Hairless. Plain. Belly. Panda. Lightning could be cool. Okay, so that's the pattern. Could do like... What if we did for your main fur color? Also, hold on. I feel like audio. Okay. How's that? I think the tail switches around when you turn. Yeah, it is very fun. Okay, so here I was thinking, what if we did basically making a Pikachu is essentially as close as we can. And this is the pause. Does this look okay? I feel like it's okay. I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I love it. Maybe, hold on. What's funny is we look like a piece of cheese. I really love Bandit. I think Bandit's so cool. And Gradient is actually pretty dope. A little short king. Now we really look like some cheese right there. I feel like Sassy, you'd probably choose Panda, I bet. Do I invert this? Is that where I've gone wrong? Is that better? That's what I chose last time. That makes sense. Yes, I am taking a long time on character customization on my puzzle game. What do you mean that's weird? I mean, if they give us the option for it, like, why wouldn't I, you know? We'll do that. I like that. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I kind of like this better. This inverting the colors, I think, was the better option. We have different head types. Oh, it looks so happy. I kind of like this one. Teeth length. Mouth shape. I love also that it like lifts up its head when you do this part. Aw. I kind of like that because we're overthinking. Or wait, what's this one? I think I like that one better. He looks more pensive. Then we have eye shape. I kind of like... He looks a bit disgruntled. Iris size? Oh. Oh, wow. He looks evil right now. I mean, I kind of like it. To be honest. There's something about this that I like. Yeah, there's something about this that's very... It's very dark. Oh. I mean, I'm a fan of this. Let's do green. This greenish yellow. Okay, then we have different ears. I also, if I recall, yeah, you can like do different things, like the left ear is missing, or it has like damage to the ear. I think we need some damage to the ears. Our our rodent is looking very tough. Ear fur. Oh. Sure, why not? Ear size. Do that. Spacing. Oh. I kind of like it a little bit up. I love our rodent OC that we're coming up with. We have different noses. Let's do the circle. Is this whiskers? We've got kind of like, I don't know if you can see that as well. Whisker density. Oh, okay. Let's do some wacky ones. What else we got? Ah, tail length. Tail thickness. Do that. Because we like the swishing motion. Paws. Oh, right. You can be missing a paw. We'll have both of ours. Claws or no claws. Feet. That. There we go. And personality. I'm very curious to see what this is new. Happy, reserved, gentle, violent, feral, precious, shy. What scrumpy? What is scrumpy? Is it like grumpy but scrumped? With the crooked whiskers, he looks like he's had too much caffeine. That's so true. Critter, clown, potato, goofball, guy, gal, beast, king, queen, creature, baby, sausage, squeaker, artist, animal. Let's do a violent goofball. Energy level, hunger level, squeakiness, shy, default, talkative, squeak machine. That's higher. I kind of like that. Okay, so that isn't... I'm curious, that's just like how often... We'll see what Squeak Machine is like. Okay, we'll do done. Yes. Aw. Over Thunker's room. Hello! So you're the new owner over Thunker? Welcome home. I know what you're thinking. It looks quite empty right now. Well, I've got just the thing for that. I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Meanie, manager and head of the Home Squeak Home program. I'm here to hand you a copy of the Home Squeak Home catalog. You can order any furniture you want from there. There is one small condition though. You'll need to solve Squeakross puzzles. I hope you like them as much as I do. That music is loud. Thank you. The music did get louder. We're gonna do Teach Me. I do know how to play Picross games, but I sort of figure we might as well, you know, go into it. I'll also, while I play, I'll try to be explaining, like, the general strategy that I use, etc., what pops into my head, blah, 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 blah. But in the case you guys don't know how to play, we will be doing Teach Me. Let's solve your first Squeakross and order a chair. Let's learn how to play. I'll show you how fun it is. This puzzle is a Squeakross, also called a nonogram. The goal is to find which cells have to be filled with blocks to form a picture. You'll use the hint numbers around the grid to solve the puzzle. These hints show the number of connected blocks on a row or column. This hint, the 5, tells you there are 5 connected blocks on this line. Fill them using your left click. Well done. This also works for columns. Hint numbers tell you how many blocks are connected. That's the important thing, is that it's showing you how many is connected. So here, there's 2 connected, and then there's 1 separate one. On this column, there are 2 connected, then there will be at least 1 space. There could be more spaces in between, and then there will be another 2 connected. Starting with the largest hints can be helpful. This column has 5 connected blocks. Fill them. Well done. Easy, isn't it? This hint number is 4, but there are more than 4 cells in this row. This row needs 4 connected blocks, and 1 is already there. Can you find the only possible arrangement? I hope so. Nice. Complete this line too, please. Nehehehe. Amazing. You pretty much know how to play Squeakross now. Let's learn a few other concepts. Cells can be crossed too. Crossing cells that cannot have a block will help you move forward. Notice how some hints turned gray. It means there are no more possible blocks on these lines. Use the right click to cross a cell to complete that line. Nice. When hints are striked out, that means you have fully completed that line. Add crosses to all lines with gray outline hints to complete them. So let's go ahead and do that. Well done. As you solve a puzzle, hints change and help you progress. Look at that, we're almost done. Let's talk about lines with multiple hints. Hints read in order from left to right, top to bottom. Each number is a block group, a block group. These hints tell you there are 2 groups of 2 blocks on this line. Complete that line by adding 1 cross and 1 block. Don't guess. So we have 2 here, so it's 2 and 2. 2 here, there will be an X here, and then we have this other 2. It can't be here because that makes this line a 4. You're good enough to finish this puzzle alone now. Before I go, let me give you useful tips about hints. As you saw, hints can have different states. I'll go over them briefly. A dark hint means you currently can't solve that line logically. Best to leave it for later. Striked out hints mean these rows or columns are done. A gray hint with a white outline means the line is almost done. Adding crosses will complete the line. Finally, the most important ones, blue hints. A blue hint with a white outline means that you can logically find at least 1 block or cross on the line. The best way to play is to focus on solving the blue hints. The more you progress, the more these appear. You can review all of the information in the manual from the settings or main menu. Oh, one last thing I forgot to tell you about. The absolute rule of Squeakross. You should never, ever take a guess. Never guess, only deduce logically and everything will be alright. If you take guesses, you have a higher chance of messing up and not being able to recover. Having to then start over from scratch. You want to try to avoid that. Now finish this puzzle. So we have that. X. Also, I will say, so a lot of this stuff here, like, here we have the blue hints. Here we have the, did they just say dark gray? And we have, like, the ones with the white lines and all of that. That is pretty unique to this game, to Squeakross, and not a quality of life feature that you find in a lot of other Picross games. So, from what I've seen, they've really added a ton of... Ooh, a sticker pack. What does that do? We got a sticker for something. I wonder what that means. Anyway, so they've put a lot of attention into the accessibility of this game, which I really enjoy. You're a natural. Let me show you how to place that hard-earned furniture. Tab on the keyboard. This is edit mode. You can do cool things such as placing furniture, changing wallpaper, and more. Press tab to see all furniture you collected by completing puzzles. This game is very beginner friendly. It really is, Sassy. I honestly feel like it is one of the best games I would, like, Picross games I would recommend for new players, just based on the demo that we played a couple months ago. Because there have been a lot of Picross games I've played where, while playing it, I've been like, I don't think this would be that great for somebody who's never played before, like, but this gives you so many different options. It honestly has some of the most utility I've seen, and like, it gives you more tools at your disposal than previous ones that I've played. Press tab to see all furniture you collected by completing puzzles. All your hard-earned furniture will end up here, so come back often to see what you've collected. Try placing that chair you just got. You can exit edit mode when you're done decorating. Well, it's still a bit empty, but it's your home. Try interacting with the chair. We'll see how Thunker likes it. Aw, looks comfy. You can do much more in edit mode. Take a look at the manual in the main menu for more information. I'll see you soon and enjoy your new home Squeak home. I love the demo. As someone who hadn't played it before, it actually taught me how to play. I know. That's so good. Because I remember, like, is this... Oh! This is new. This new live cam. Oh my gosh. This POV is so good. I love it. My one chair. Personally, I love this view. It's so, I don't know, so gremlin-y. Let's see, is there anything? We don't have any hats and stuff yet. Spicy! Well, you don't have anything. That's okay, though. Do we have any mail? Your first home, Squeak home. Dear Overthunker. Hello, this is Nini from Home Squeak Home. Congratulations again for your property acquisition. You're our first client. Thank you for your support. I hope you're enjoying your new space. Isn't decorating fun? I love it. Also, yes, this is, I remember seeing this in, on their, let's see, how do I, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Boop. They have a new camera mode, which is so good. I guess you would just screenshot, right? Because there's no like photo. All right, let us go and play some more. I want to know what the stickers do. I assume they will explain that. Call. Oh, right. That's like if you want help. Right? Like a hint. Highlight any mistakes you've made on the board with this. See all the possible filled cells for a line of your choice. Or solve a random cell in the puzzle. Neat. Okay. So that's your helpful hints. Undo. And redo. Emmers, weren't you the one who said, I feel like I remember when we played this, you were like, it'd be nice if they had an undo and redo. That's new. Zoom. Wait. Oh. Oh, that is so neat. So when you have zoom on, it's highlighting, like it makes the row and column bigger so you know which one you're like focused on. I love that so much. Okay, other things. So we have the block stuff. We have the crosses. There's also this middle button does circles. I love when Picross games have these little circles. I tend to use them to help me count things or help me place things before like confirming that I want them there. And then this game also has counting, which is nice. So if you hold the C button and then move over a few squares, it will help you count, which is nicer for a lot of the bigger puzzles. Let's look at settings. I'm fine with this. Show timer. Wait, night mode? I thought that it said it wasn't available. Oh. Can we do night mode? Do you guys like night mode? I honestly love it. It's so good. I'm gonna have to buy this game too. I love it. Oh wait, auto count. Display the counter when placing. Oh, yes. Yes. I think. Poggies? Yeah, so good. Color illegal lines red. Okay, I tend to play with the green. It's so washed out on my screen. Oh yeah, I can kind of see that. For some reason, it looks fine on mine and my monitor, but it does look a bit bright over there on yours. So color illegal lines red. I try to play with as few hints. Night mode is everything, TVH. Honestly, I love it. Yeah. I don't like the game to tell me that I've made a mistake. That's how I like to play. Hide the blue colored hints showing logical next steps, as well as lines only missing an X. I don't think, yeah. Completed hints. Changes how gray completed hints appear. Lines only. Will only strike through completed lines. Manual will not show any hints as completed unless you click on them. Let's leave it normal. Grid settings. 4 separator spacings to 5. That'll be helpful for bigger puzzles. High contrast separators. Let's also do that. Cursor loop. Auto cross completed. Cursor speed. Okay, let's see all of that. Okay. I think the auto or the higher contrast. Let me just see this. Oh, no. That'll be for when we have separators. Right. Yeah. Okay, so let's we'll leave it off for now. Once we get to a bigger puzzle, we'll be able to see, but yeah, I will explain with that. Also, F1 controls. Oops. I'm curious what. Oh, so you can rebind things, and you can play with a controller. Nice. Okay. All right. So here we have a 5x5. We are going to start with the bigger numbers. If you have whatever the biggest number is, it's usually the best place to start. Or if a line, if there's a bunch of low numbers, but like maybe multiple numbers add up to whatever the higher number is, that's usually what you would go with. So we're gonna start with the 5s. I do like that it counts for you, or that it can. The next thing I am looking here is this column here. Oh wait, did I turn off zoom? Where did that go? Where was that? Oh, it's with tab. There we go. I think this will also help when I'm explaining things. So you're seeing which column I'm looking at more and like what numbers I'm talking about. So this is 1 and 3. So that means that there is 3 blocks together. There'll be at least 1 space and then a 1. Another helpful hint. This is something that I do. Is so this Squeakross puzzle is a 5x5. 5 blocks in a row, 5 in a column. You can tell if a row or column is going to be filled very easily if the numbers, the 1 and the 3, plus the spaces equal the number of the row or column. Let me explain even further. So for example, 3 plus 1 equals 4. There is 1 space between the 3 and the 1. 5. So there are that means that it's going to be 1 space 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 4 5. I don't. Did that make sense? Did I explain that weird? Basically, it will make more sense once we have more numbers in a row or column. But what I do is I count the spaces in between each of those numbers plus the numbers themselves. If that equals the sum of the like row or column, then I know that all I have to do is just like input the number and the spaces in between, and it's going to fill up the entire row. Anyway, not sure if that 100% made sense. I hope it did. We can then look at the 4s here. Because we already have these 2, we know that they are going to be connected here. These are the empty spaces. We'd also have been able to deduce that because the row is 1 1. So we can't, this one could not have been filled in because that would make this a 2. So anyway, that had to have been an X. Here we have 1's blank 2. Here we already have the 2 listed. And what we can look at is this row here with the 3. We know that this block that is currently highlighted has to be the filled in square because we already have this column here. This block here the column is correct. And we have a block here, and we also have a block here. So this could not be it, because that would be 1x2. So this one has to be the 3. We can cross that out. We can also cross this one out. And it's 1x3 again, like this one. So 1. Complete. My best tip is always put X's around things. I agree. It makes things a lot easier. I want to see what the sticker packs do. I agree, though. It does make things so much easier. Challenges toggle. Oh, right. Okay. I remember that. All right. Let's go through the sunflower seed. Our first cosmetic. All right. So here's a great example of what I was trying to explain before. We have 3 1s. What we can do is we add the numbers together. 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's 3. There are, like, I imagine, like, the spaces in between these numbers, like, basically the separator. That's what I'm counting. So it's 1 plus 1 plus 1, 2 separators, that's 5. That means, because it's a 5 by 5, it's 1, the separator 1, the separator 1. Same thing here. 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's 3. The 2 separators, like the 2 spaces in between, that's, that there's 2 separators. So 5 total, 1, the separator 1, the separator 1. Same thing here. 2 plus 2, 4. There's only 1 separator in between, so that's 2. The separator, 1, 2. That's how. That makes sense to me. I don't know if that makes sense. Whoops, to everybody. But at the very least, that's how my brain works. Where I can say, okay, I know this row is easy. It's going to be easy to fill in because with the numbers that they've shown me and the separators in between each one, if I count those, I know I can just input it without having to think. We now have a bunch of 1s on the board that we can start putting some X's around. There's only 1 space in this column for that 3. That solves the 1. So you have the 2 here. And then we have... This game makes so much more sense now. Before it seemed like magic. I totally get that. And, oh, 1. So we unlocked, this is our first cosmetic. We can try it on. Look at us. We have a little sunflower seed now on our face. Let's keep it. I feel like it was a very well done explanation. Thank you, Sassy. I appreciate that. Thank you for the vote of confidence. One of the things that I think a lot of times when people see Picross, it can be a bit more intimidating if you've never quite seen it before or don't really know how it's played. And I know I felt that way. And part of that is because I'm not good at math. And I think the last time we played this, someone was like, you know, I'm not really sure if this is the game for me because I'm not very good at math. And they kind of compared it to Sudoku. It is only Sudoku-ish by its general appearance, that it has numbers and it's sort of like a grid format. But there really isn't any math besides counting. If you can count, that's pretty much the basics that you need. I honestly feel like it is more of like a spatial awareness puzzle than it is like a numbers-based puzzle. At least that's how I think of it, I guess, in my head. I can do Sudoku, but Picross is a mystery for me. That's so interesting. The music is very Zelda Ocarina of Time. You know what? I can hear that, Daz. I could totally hear that. Daz, welcome in. How are you? It kind of reminds me of the shops, maybe? Or like, yeah, is it the shops that I'm thinking of? Sudoku is less math and more patterns. That's fair. This is more, I was thinking about this yesterday as I was thinking about streaming this today. It's sort of like in my head, I kind of see this as like a, you know, those like puzzles when they do those like, intelligence assessment tests where they're like, here is a picture of a shape that has like multiple sides. What is like of these options? What is the correct like rotation of this like kind of thing? That's kind of how I imagine this type of puzzle. And I think it's because you're like imagining the blocks and where they go. And then the picture that it's supposed to form. I will say for people who are just tuning in, I honestly feel like Home Squeak Home. That's the subtitle. Squeakross is a great entry for somebody who has not played Picross. There are a lot of tools that you can use. There's hints that are available, and a lot of other games have hints, but the tutorial seems to be very in-depth, and the way it explains it, I think, is very good. It's very helpful. There are a lot of Picross games that I've played where it just didn't really give you, like, all you had is the ability to put, like, a positive block down and a cross, and that's it. Everything else, like the counting, the little, you know, things here, those weren't available. So, I don't know. It also helped me, I will say. I learned how to play Picross by watching another streamer, Dex Bonus. She's the streamer that I watched that got me into streaming. But I watched her play another Picross game, and I was really intrigued by it. It looked really interesting and looked very relaxing to play. I ended up downloading a free Picross game on my phone, and I would watch her stream while she played Picross, and she would explain what she was doing, and I would kind of watch her play. I would be playing on my own as well, and trying to like learn, and it was really helpful for me. But anyway, that's how I got into Picross. So, starting with the biggest numbers is another 5x5. Let's go ahead and cross out all the 5s because that's super easy. Let's look at these columns with the 2s because they already have 2 in it. We can just cross these out. Same thing here. That makes, actually, let's look here. We have already the 1, so we can cross that out. Then easy peasy, we have 3 and 1, 3 and 1. This again goes with what I was explaining before. If we really wanted, it's that 3 plus 1 is 4. You add the separator, the 1 separator between the number, and so you get 3x1, 3x1, and you're done. But Daz, how are you? How's your day? This is how I felt too, and then I played the demo. Yeah, it's it can definitely be a lot if you've never played it before, but I feel like once you get the basics down, it sort of just builds up from here. But first, we have our first little, oh, interesting. I see what the 4 separated by 5 does. So this is now an 8x8. So hold on. We're going to, for this one, it does kind of make sense for an 8x8 to not be separated by 5 this way. It's separated in half. I do like it when you get to like 10x10, 20x20s to do it where it's separated into 5s. But one thing I want to see here is the high contrast separators. Is that it? Did that change? Is that high contrast? I wish I could see it change. It is high contrast. It actually is. Let's actually turn those on. It's like a little bit more red to me. It's like a deeper red, a little bit darker. I like it. It's a good just like mental placement. Still waking up. I hope you're having a good morning. So 8 by 8. We have some lines that have 8s in them, so let's go ahead and fill those in. Also, do you like having the counting numbers in? Would you guys like me to turn those off? Do you like them? I do like them. But if it is easier for you all, I can turn those off. We have another 8 here. Now, let's go ahead and put X's in all of the columns and rows that have been, like, fulfilled. So here with the 2, we have got that complete. So let's go ahead and put X's here. Same thing here. These with 1-1s. We've completed all these as well. Whoops. This, oops, is, that's 6. I didn't really need to count that, or I shouldn't have. I still did. And we're done. Easy peasy. That one wasn't too difficult of one. I guess it's also not too difficult of a shape. New sticker pack. What happens with these stickers? New stickers unlocked. What do we get to do with the stickers? I do love the music in this game. Also, night mode is everything, Emmers. Alright, we're back to a 5x5. Easy peasy. Let's do the 5s. This column is complete, so let's go ahead and put X's. You don't have to put X's in order to beat a Picross puzzle, but it's just helpful for making sure that you're not getting too confused. Let's go ahead and fill out this 3. This is 1 and 2. We already have the 2. This row is 1, 1, 1. We already have, there's only 1 available space currently. This column only needs 1 more. So we can cross that out. This one is complete. And this is our last little block. I want more stickers. Give stickers. All right, hello, it's me again, Nini. You're making good progress. I think you're ready for something more challenging. Let's try a 10 by 10 Squeakross puzzle this time. Like it, Honest. What is this, and why is it Squeakross? What is Squeakross? This is called Squeakross. It is a Picross puzzle game. Is Squeakross another Picross game? Let's try a 10 by 10 Squeakross puzzle this time. This one is perfect. Let's solve it together. The alarm clock. After this one, we'll go in and we'll place some more items down. You guys get to see this other part of the game. It's a really old one though. Yeah, so this is we're getting an early preview of this game. It's called Squeakross Home Squeak Home. It is a Picross puzzle game where we are unlocking furniture and cosmetic items, and then we get to actually place that furniture in our own little house. So the puzzles have like a practical reason for them. It's not just the puzzles themselves, but yeah, it's very fun. I'm loving it. And you make stuff to fill a house. Oh, so cool. That's great. Let me guide you through a bigger puzzle. Despite being larger, 10 by 10 puzzles work the same as 5 by 5 puzzles do. Let's solve this one together and learn new tricks. It's good practice to start with the largest hints. You should have no problem solving these. Let's go ahead and fill in the 10s. Good. Now let's have a look at these 2 lines with 8s. We can find where to add blocks by using a bit of logic. When a hint number exceeds half of the line length, the placement of some blocks can be deduced. I'll read that again. When a hint number, 8, exceeds half of the line length, so the line lengths are 10 in this puzzle, so half of the line length would be 5, because this is an 8, the placement of some blocks can be deduced. For this 10 by 10 puzzle, half the line length is 5, and 8 is bigger than 5. I just explained that. By comparing the overlap between possible arrangements, we'll discover where some blocks should be. Let's picture where this group of 8 blocks would go if it was on the top. And here is how it would be on the bottom. Can you see the overlap between the two? I can't remember. I don't know if this was a part of the tutorial last time. But, Tap, welcome in. But, that clip that I posted on Instagram and Blue Sky and on TikTok, I was explaining this when when Alex came in, who's one of the devs, and he was like, I like that. We're gonna add it to the game. So I'm not saying that this is added because of me, but this is added because of me. I didn't say that. Who said that? Tap, welcome in. Can you see the overlap between the two? You can safely fill in the overlap. One, that is not like a strategy that I made. My influence knows no bounds. So true. No, obviously that's not a concept that I came up with, but it's just one that's stuck in my head that I use all the time. Basically what it is that you look at the extremes, like you take the 8 and you start it up at the top and you say, okay, where would this be if you like filled it in? And then you go from the bottom of the column, go up, like count up 8, and then you just look at where the overlap is. And anything that has overlapped, you know those have to be filled in. Regardless of where the other 2 blocks are in this case, because it's going to fill in 6 of those. You can at least say, I know these always have to be filled in, so we're going to fill these in. I'm taking more credit than I need to. I was like, wait a minute, this does seem familiar. Well done. The same goes for the other side. It's the same again if we had started from all the way at the top, counted 8. Can I use the counter? I can, yeah. So if we counted 8, and then started from the very bottom, counted 8, the ones that overlapped, so starting here and then up would be, you know, they have to be filled in. That is part of the logic part of the puzzle. And you end up using stuff like that the more, the bigger the puzzles get. Amazing! We can use this trick on another line. Do you see it? This one. 6 is bigger than half the line length, and we can use overlaps to figure out where to add 2 more blocks. If the group of 6 blocks was at the leftmost edge, it would look like this. In red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And like this on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You guessed it, you can safely fill the overlap with blocks. Like a true nonogram expert. Now, I want to go over another useful tip to solve bigger puzzles. When blocks are on the edge of the grid, it's often a great place to continue. So true. These 2 blocks match the first and last hints. Surround them with crosses, because this is, these are all 1s. Well done. You can add crosses by looking at the edges of the grid here. Same thing here. We know that these are all 1s. Great. You have everything you need to finish this line. This whole line is complete. Amazing. Remember to always look for the blocks on the edges of the grid. We'll try the overlap trick on a line with multiple hints. Similarly, 5, 2, 1 can only be input one way. Correct. And that is, when we get there, I'll explain this, that it kind of goes with a hint that I was, or a strategy that I was kind of explaining before. It might make more sense now with bigger numbers. Let's see, let's imagine one of the possibilities like we did before. This is one possible arrangement for these groups of blocks. So you see 4, 2 in between, and another 4. And here is another. And in this one, there was a space 4, space 4. That covers all the possibilities for the left group. Let's fill the overlap with blocks. Good. We know at least one cross will separate the 2 blocks of groups. I can read. Good. We know that at least one cross will separate the 2 groups of blocks. There always will be one space between the numbers, at least. There could be more. We just don't know yet. And you never want to guess. It means this is one of the possibilities. It could be here. It could also be here. And the other one. So we fill in these 3. Amazing, you're getting the hang of it. With logic, everyone can solve Squeakross puzzles. Nee-hee-hee. I'm almost done. There's one last tip I want to show you. Lines with lots of hints can feel overwhelming, yet sometimes they're easy to solve. This one looks complicated, right? 3, 1, 2, 1. But if you try to fit all hints on the line, you'll discover there is only one possible arrangement, and that's this also goes with the hint that or the strategy I was saying before. Because if you take 3, 1, 2, 1, wait, 3, 1, 2, 1, yeah. If you add that up, 3 plus 1, 4, plus 2, 6, plus 1, 7. And again, these are 10 by 10s. If you then add the little separators, so there are 3 separators. There's a separator in between, the way I visualize it in my head. There's a separator between the 3 and the 1 and the 2, and the 2 and the 1. So 7 plus those 3 equals 10. And it's a 10 by 10. So you can then just count 1, 2, 3, the separator. 1, the separator. 2, the separator. And then 1. That makes sense to me. I can't, like, as I say it out loud, I'm like, does this even make sense to anybody else, or is my brain broken? I don't know. It could be both, also true. Both things could be true. My brain could be broken, and it could also make sense. You explained it well. Thank you. I thank you for the encouragement. Sassy has also had to say, yes, that makes sense. But still, even as I say it, I'm like, I don't know if this is making sense. So anyway, that's how I see it in my broken brain. Solve that line by finding its only possible arrangement. So 3, this is separator. 1, the separator. 2, the separator. 1. Well done. This works because the amount of required blocks and crosses is equal to the board height. Don't worry if you don't get it now. You can learn about tricks like this in the manual later. There's often more than one way to progress. Always follow the blue hints. Checking back on lines you partially solved before can also help you move forward. For example, we added a block on the bottom row by solving that vertical line. That column we just did, we added this block here. By picturing the furthest apart possibilities, we can deduce that the last cell can't be a block. So, looking at this, we now have 3 here. The hint is 6. What they're saying is, okay, well, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if it went to the left, or it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if it went to the right. So that means this last block cannot be an option. So we would be able to cross that out. This means the last cell is a cross. Can you place it? There we go. Sometimes, like, chipping away at those, like, crossed out boxes is what you need to do to then solve the rest of the puzzle. That, however, was an easier way to explain it. Yeah, they're doing a much better job of explaining it. Again, my brain is broken. And so sometimes what works for me may not work for you. But at the very least, it shows that we can get to the finish line in different ways. You just kind of have to figure out what works for you. I just have a dumb broken brain. Let's see. Great. Can you see how it opens up other possibilities on different lines? That's the magic of logic solving. That's it from me. I believe you're able to solve the rest of the puzzle without me now. If you ever feel lost, remember that you can check the manual at any time. And remember the absolute rule of Squeakross: never guess. Good luck. We actually should look at the manual. Just, oh, never mind. Oh, no, it's there. I didn't see it. This is very cool. I don't think we looked at this last time. It's their job, right? They probably, I imagine the devs spent a lot of time working out how to like arrange this and like explain a lot of this. So I am kind of curious. So this is very in depth also. I won't read all of this, but I am kind of curious. Interesting. I do love how they've like explained a lot of this stuff. Keep an eye out for hints with bigger numbers. Basics. So cool. And then they have some game stuff. I love it. Okay, let's continue. So we have 6 here. Using kind of what they were explaining before, we can at least fill in this block here. We don't know, I mean, just not really looking at any other hints. Not sure if either this one is filled or this one is filled, but we can at least put that here. We can mark an X here for this completed 4. This 5, 2, 1, we can use the same sort of hint. So we can count 5, the separator. My mouse is acting funny. 1, 2, the separator, and then 1, and that equals 10. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8, and then the 2 separators, that's 10. Here we have 3, 1, 1, 1. We can at least put the 3 here. We don't know right now which block has the 1. We can put an X here, an X here. We know, so this column is a 3 and a 1. We can X these out. And this block has to be filled in because we have 1 block here and 1 block here. We need to make that a 3. We can put an X here for this 3. There's only 1 remaining block here for that 4, and now we can fill in this 8. 7, 8. That makes that. Fill in this 2. This column is now complete. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X. Looking at these, we can put X's next to these 1 blocks. On this row, there's only 2 more blocks available for us. That has also completed this 8. X. Here, we have 4 spaces, and a 3 needs to fit in here, so it's either going to be a 3 like this, or a 3 like this. So we at least know these are filled in. We can take a look at this column. There is only 1 available space, and that also helps us fill out this row. Let's put some X's. There goes the 3. There's that 1 and 1. We can fill out this 5. That's completed this row. And then we then have this row here. There should be a 1 and a 1, and there needs to be a space in between. So 1, the space, and the 1. we can look at this column. This was a 1 as well. Looking at this column, this is a 1 as well. And then we only have this one remaining space. I find Picross very relaxing. Like, I love zoning out and just focusing on that. Let's look at our house, though. So, let's add some decorations. We also have... Let's put everything down. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, and... Oh! I like that. I like dark wood. So... zoom in. Right now, let's go ahead and... We don't really have, how do we rotate? Boop. Don't have a lot to place down yet. We can't really set a scene for us. But will you turn off the light? Oh! Are you getting electrocuted? No! Poor guy. Just sit down and relax. You deserve it. You can also, we don't have these unlocked yet, but you can unlock different rooms, which is very nice. And Luca, welcome in. How are you? Another dev on the team. Welcome in. How are you? They added color to more things. Now I really can make everything purple. You can, Sassy. You can have your very own purple paradise. Welcome in. We've only just unlocked, how many puzzles did we do? Oh, enjoying the stream. Oh, I'm glad that you've been here then for a bit. We've done 9. I hope I've done a good job. Or no, we've done 8. I've gone out of order. I hope that I've been doing a good job of explaining. Trying my best to explain how my broken brain works and doing puzzles. 1, loving night mode. We've discussed, I don't know how long you've been here, but we've discussed how we enjoy it. The fall scarf. Let's get our scarf going. So let's look at the 9s. Is that the biggest number? Yeah, even added up. So, like what we were saying, we're gonna look for the overlaps. And this is where, so I'm using the counting here, but typically what I've done in previous games where they've had like again, sometimes in other games it's a question mark, but sort of like the placeholder. I kind of just use it as a placeholder symbol. I will say, okay, so this was 9, and then I will look here and I'll say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then I'm gonna get rid of this one, so I know these are filled in. That's how I use the placeholder blocks. And this is also a 9, and it's going to be the same thing. So if you're somebody new who's playing, make sure you use the things if you're trying to help visualize everything. If you're not somebody who can picture it in your mind, visualize it. Don't listen to him, he's been explaining things very well. Thank you, Sassy. Yes, no worries. I've been meaning to ask, do you have a filter on top of the game? I don't. I do not. I double checked. Does it look does it look odd? It does look different on my monitor than it does in OBS for some reason. The colors seem off. Are they too bright? Or something? It is strange. They all seem super bright on my screen. Not sure to describe it. Yeah. So I will say it's a little bit different because so my it's harder for me to tell if something is off because my monitor I've had the brightness. Oh, you know what? I think I know what it is. I know what it is. Maybe. No? Actually, I don't know what it is. I'm actually a liar. I don't know what it is. I was gonna say, okay, I know why my monitor looks different than what I'm seeing on the screen. That's because HDR has been turned on my monitor, but this isn't being captured by my monitor. It's being captured by my captured card. And so I don't know why that would be so different. It's not because of night mode. It's on the whole game, but I can send you a message. Yeah, please do. I wonder if there is something capture. Well, the thing is that I don't think, unless, let me check one thing real fast. I am going to look at my Steam Deck settings, my display settings. Hold on. More minimize. Are you forcing anything? Device. The gamma is all set to default. The colors seem to be a default as well. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Wait. No. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no, no, no. It's totally good. I would like it to look normal. You know? Yeah, we love the games we want it to look the best, exactly. And also true, like and subscribe, we do get distracted very easy. What did I miss? Nothing too much. I'm currently trying to figure out a thing with the colors maybe kind of acting strange. Hold on. Appearance settings. Night mode is not on in my Steam Deck. It does have its own unique night mode, so that's not on. Oh gosh. Hold on. Defaults? Okay, yeah, that's at 1. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Might be something I have to look into. I also wonder, is there a way to... I wonder if also, like, if I could turn off HDR on, maybe like it's, I wish I could tell it. Built-in screen. Let's do that. That's correct. Global scale. No, that's right. Latency, gamma, night color. I don't know. So I missed the best parts. Actually, while ads are playing, I'll go ahead and let me look at this just a little bit further. I want to see. Hold on. Steam Deck. HDR off. Let's see. Is that a thing?
Thanks, friendo. Wabam.
Oh, sassy.
Lady Panda gifted a tier 1 sub to Luca Mouse. They have given 121 gift subs in the channel.
I'm going to try something. Thank you for gifting a sub, Sassy. I'm going to try one thing.
Thanks, friendo. Wabam.
Sassy Lady Panda gifted a tier 1 sub to Lycanost. They have given
Oh,
122
and for gifting another. I was like,
channel.
did that alert just play again twice? Thank you so much. So I was playing on desktop mode. We're going to go into the game mode. the game mode of the Steam Deck. I'm curious if it's going to look any different. Let's see. I wanted to send a screenshot of the differences, but I don't know where to send it. Can you DM me on Blue Sky? This will do now. Perfect. Yeah, I'm very curious to see the difference. So I am bidding up. Let's see. Oh wow. Yeah, it is so different. Let's see if by switching to game mode on the Steam Deck, if it will look a bit different. The Steam Deck is apparently installing an update of some kind. Poor timing. But yeah, that's so strange. It could be that I was on, I don't know if like desktop mode on the Steam Deck was acting weird. I'm positive it's a desktop thing, not a or it's a Steam Deck thing, not the game or whatever. I will also double check. I'm gonna have to investigate if Steam Deck is doing something weird. It also just could be. It also could be me. That would be on par with me, just in general. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's there's don't have any filters on. Just had to triple check that. I'm gonna sue Steam for changing my game colors. Yeah, it does. It was funny looking over and being like, "Oh, yeah." The thing is sometimes I can't tell if it's my monitor or my capture card or whatever because so my monitor color settings are a little bit off because I've had to make things brighter for myself because I have a light just shining in my eyes, and if I don't have it bright, then I can't see the game. So sometimes I look over and I'm like, it seems fine, I guess, to me, but my colors might be a little bit off, or they might be a little bit washed out on my monitor just because I can't see. It's also for those keeping score at home. The Steam Deck is installing an update. Apparently, I've chosen a poor time to restart. But that is so fun. How long, Luca, have you all been working on Squeakross? Like, when did development on it start? I do not have an OLED Steam Deck. I have an OG. Okay, also. Essentially, if it's for OLED, I know, I just saw that. Let's see. Okay, it has installed the update. Curious. A year and a half ago. That is amazing. That's so cool. I love that. Because I was looking at it and thought, what's this retro wave filter on the game? Which one, that would be totally my vibe. How does this look now? Oh, here are the stickers. It's the same as before. Aww. Okay, hold on, before I get distracted with this. Maybe it is a, hold on, discard. Exact same. Let me go back here for a second. What did it say? Even though, I'm curious, Steam menu, settings, display? Boop, 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 boop. Oh! All right, hold on. Wait for it. Let's take a look at this. It's gonna be funny if it's the same. Is this the same? Does it look the same to you all? Is this better? Much better. Okay. So I figure, well, I'll explain what was wrong, I guess, or the only thing I changed. This is wildly different. That's so funny. It's funny also, I mean, it's harder for me because the preview that I'm seeing is a lot smaller. So like on my OBS. So it's like harder for me to tell the difference exactly. The only thing I changed was it was Steam settings display. Enable HDR was on. It does look a bit yellowish to me. I will say that. Like, I can tell this is not like a clear white. SDR brightness? Oh, on HDR. Okay, I wonder if... Use native color temperature. That looks bluer to me. Okay, that's probably what it should be on. It could be a Steam Deck thing. And I don't know if this was like a more recent update. This looks more like pure white to me. That should hopefully also look white to you guys as well. Okay. Let's see now. I'll try this on my deck to see if we can do something about it. And I don't know if there was just like a update and that setting was on by default and it just didn't get turned off, or if I had somehow accidentally turned... How does this look? Are we good? Are we golden? That night mode tint, I looked at it. I don't have night mode on, so it was love it. I'm now very curious to see. Resume. Yeah, this looks. Wait. Does this look? This looks more like the screenshot you showed me. I'm pretty positive. Yeah. So much so. It's like much more of like a coffee brown than it is a totally different board. What's great is, okay, yeah, that's gonna be very funny. So for those following at home, we just had to go into my Steam Deck settings, turn off HDR off. So if the colors now look a bit different than they did just a little bit ago, that is why. The gold squares look like cheese. They were meant to be cheese squares, yeah. So that's so funny because it's. I wonder if maybe the issue was, perhaps, this is a theory, perhaps my Steam Deck recognized that my monitor has HDR capability, and so it started to default it to HDR. That could be, I don't know if maybe there was a Steam Deck update and it defaulted to that, and then that's why the colors were then off on my capture card. Because, fun little fact, because I've also had been dealing with this with Steam Deck is sentient. I'm scared. Well, it does have like, you know, like monitor, what is it? Like monitor, like it can tell what monitor you have like plugged into it, which is kind of crazy. Like on desktop mode, it's like you're using an LG whatever. So a fun little fact, because I've had to been dealing with this on another thing. Because I do like video editing and other marketing stuff for people. Sometimes people will record a video on their iPhone and they're using the HDR settings, like the default HDR, whatever, which makes your video look really nice. That's fine if you're only really using your iPhone to then like edit everything and whatever. However, if you then export an HDR video and you throw it into Adobe Premiere or another like non-Apple, and I'm even working on an iMac, but a non-Apple video editing software or whatever, those softwares can't really compute Apple HDR colors very well, and probably just HDR colors in general. And so you have to go through a whole bunch of hoops just to then color correct everything back to normal. Everything looks really washed out and bright. And I'm kind of curious if that was happening sort of here as well, where the Steam Deck was processing the colors as HDR because it said your monitor is HDR, but I'm splitting the video source out to my Elgato capture card, and so then the colors appeared a lot different. They were like kind of reddish. Based on the screenshot, it was very I don't know, night strawberry is how I would describe the board colors. Where now we have a nice, I would say, coffee, you know, coffee at dusk, sort of color scheme. Anyway, so apologies for not representing the game accurately with the colors, but we fixed it, and that's what matters. I think that's what matters. Cheese board brown, wow, charcuterie, charcuterie board brown. All right, back to our false scarf. We're almost there. So, color is dehydrated strawberry in a dim-lit kitchen. Yes, that's honestly, that's a very good descriptor of what the colors look like. It's wild. Anyway, I'm glad we figured that out. And that's actually helpful because, one, that has saved me from streaming other games incorrectly in a way that people are probably like, why are the colors all look so weird? And I'm just oblivious to that fact. So it's good that we were able to solve this. One, we will also be playing this tomorrow. So at least all of tomorrow, it'll look fine. So, okay. We have 8 here. We're going to look for the overlap. I'm going to do this how I would normally. I'd go 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we look for the overlap from this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can unclick these, and then we just fill these guys. We know those have to always be filled out. Alex is begging me to ask you to try using the manual hints from the settings. Manual hints. Okay. What? Okay, hold on. Reading what that said. Manual hints will not show any hints as completed unless you click on them. Oh! That's so good. I love that so much. Okay, so for example, this is nice. This is like paper mode, sort of. I guess I think I've heard. I think the last time Alex was here, I think he had mentioned this before, and I think he had referred to it as paper mode or something, or maybe I've seen him say that on Blue Sky or something. But so the way this works, so for 1 and 6, we can cross out this 1 because 1 can't be here because that would make this 2. So we can put an X here. So what we can do here is cross out the 1 ourselves. That's so nice. That's so cool. I love that. We can then, because of, we have this one here. We don't know if this is filled in. We can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't know if this is 6 or this is 6. But we can at least leave that here. Shady, welcome in. Hello, how are you? We can fill in a bunch of X's. So let's do that. We have 2 here for this 4. Also, apologies if sometimes my mouse is like shaking. It's because I'm shaking. I will attempt to not shake. Since we have this 2 here, we know that it's either 1, 2, 3, 4 at max, or it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can go ahead and fill in these X's. Kind of the same thing with this 3, and this 3, and this 3. That'll help us majorly. No need to be nervous. No, I just am always shaking, always bouncing my legs or whatnot, and so it causes everything else to shake. I'm always oblivious to it as well, much to the chagrin of literally everybody. I've been in movie theaters where somebody has had to like just very calmly get my attention and be like, can you please stop shaking your leg? And I'm like, yes, I'm so sorry. I was not even noticing that I have been shaking literally the entire row. So that is my fault. But it's more noticeable. It's less noticeable when I'm playing on controller, but when I'm playing on my Steam Deck with a mouse, you can just see my cursor like bouncing. It's because I'm shaking my entire desk. Next time it's jail. As long as I can have a Steam Deck in jail, I'm fine. You're not getting away with not finishing production. You have to. Oh no. It'd be terrible. I would be terrible at streaming this game because I'd be so focused on speed that I would not explain what I'm saying as I do it. I definitely have to slow down. And also because I'm wanting to make sure that people are understanding, because it's hard to know if you're looking at somebody play Picross. Sometimes it's like, what magic are you doing? What is this sorcery? And so I try to explain, and sometimes I feel like I realize as I'm explaining it to you guys, maybe it doesn't make sense, or maybe sometimes I'm like, is this logical what I'm doing? Or am I guessing? Am I just assuming this is correct? With this, These two columns both have 5s. We can mark these off because these two were nowhere near what we have already filled in. We only have 5s available, so we can do that. And look at us go. We can cross out the 5s. I love it. Here, we can look at the 2 and the 1. We can cross these out. That is the 1. And hold on. That's 7. This row only has a 6. So that is either the 6 here, or that is the 6 here. So we just leave the 1s on the either side because we don't know what that is. The 2 we can cross out. We can cross this one out because this is a 4. This is the overlap. I just used my mind for that. Let me show you. That is a 4. Oops. Or that is a 4. So we're looking at the 2, 3, 4 for that overlap. Boop. And we can mark this off and this off. We can mark this one off. 1, 2, 1. That's very fun. That's also, the sound is very satisfying. Let's mark off the 2s here. Oh, we're done with this column. This 3. 1, 2, 3. X. Boom. We can now, because of that, we can fill in this 8. That just is going to go all the way here. X that out. Cross out the 8. We have the 4 now. That means we can fill out this 6. We're on a roll. This is 9. X. Cross out the 9. That's also a 9. That's also a 9. There we go. X. We have the 6. We have the 1. We can fill out this 4. We're rolling. We're flying through this now. We have that 1. We have this 1. We have this block here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross out the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is going to be that middle one, because there's only these 2 other spaces left, and we've done it! We got a cool scarf. I'm already in jail. Uh-oh. Your rodent keeps eating all the food stash. I selected max hungriness. So much. Of course we're gonna keep the scarf on. It's so adorable. So adorable. Wait, I wanted to see. Well, is it gonna explain to us the stickers? It has not really told us anything about the stickers yet. Change screen. Oh. Transparency. Puzzle. Loading. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait. Oh gosh. Stop. That's not what I meant to do. The puzzle. Hold on. Wait. Puzzle catalog. Next puzzle. The stickers are there! Oh, I love that. That's so nice. That's what the stickers are for. That's so cool. You get to decorate even like the background. Ah. I like that. Also, I don't know if the devs were here when I said this. I like the zoom feature on this. It actually even looks even better on a 10x10 than it did on the 5x5. I will say that. I really like how it looks right here. I'm gonna keep it on. It probably is easier for you guys to see what I'm doing like this. A zoom feature? No. you misunderstand. A zoom feature. So this is a 10 by 10. Let's go ahead and start with this 10. Let me, we can fill this out pretty easy. Also, hold on. Scratch that now. This was that thing that I was explaining before. So this is a row of 10. We have an 8 plus 1 is 9. Count the separator, that's 10. The separator being just the fact that there is a space between the 1 and the 8. So 1, the separator, 8. That is complete. Does that work here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so 1, 6, space 1. That's 9. I think that's the only... That's 9. Okay. We can... Let's look at... Well, actually, no. Let's keep doing the larger numbers. So we're going to look at the overlap here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Starting then at the next extreme, up to 9. So, we fill in what was in the middle. I'm just letting you guys go. Also, hold on. No, wait. Oh, gosh. Me trying to get to y'all's website. There we go. Albloon. There we go. Right, you guys also worked on The Spirit and the Mouse. I've wanted to play that. It's been on my wish list for forever. I like that you guys make mouse games. I was going to make that. I was going to mention that, Luca. Did you both also work on The Spirit and the Mouse? While I continue finishing this puzzle. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then a 1. Yes, Alex and me are the main devs for the two projects. That's so rodent obsessed. That's so fun. I love that. I love that you guys have both made rodent games. I think that's just fantastic. I had actually not pieced that together until I was actually on the website last night. I was like, wait. It was like, it makes so much sense. We do love, though, our animal-themed games. That is very fun. So, okay. Sometimes what I do when I'm piecing things together, I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to leave a space here, and then we're going to do a 1. And then I'm going to count from this side. So that 1, X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm only going to select the, the overlap for this 6. This is what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on, rewind. I'm going to try to figure out the overlap for this 6. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to count out and place using these temporary markers 6 from the left side. I'm going to leave a space, and then I'm going to put a 1. for this one. Now I'm going to basically shift all of that to the right, starting here, putting the 1, X, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know just for this 6 portion, where this overlap is, the 3, 4, and the 6, those are going to be, they have to be selected. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to clear these off because we don't know the rest. Because it could be 1 blank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or it could be the 1 could be here, or the 1 could even be here. We don't really know the rest of the placement, but I can at least mark that there. Also, I think so. One of you is in Canada. The other is in France, according to y'all's website. That's very cool. What is it like working on a game? Oh, we're both in Canada. Oh, and we're both from France. Okay, well, that's great. Well, that's much easier then. I thought you guys were working separately, like in different countries. And I was like, how does that work? Is that intense? That is very cool. French Canadians? Literally. If you finished your previous sentence, I would have said Alex is just, oh, wait, really? Oh, that's perfect. Oh, well, hello, Alex. How's it going? What's funny, I've actually been trying to learn how to say a French word, and I can't. I feel like I cannot get French pronunciation. Some of the sounds in French are very difficult for me to like reproduce. But I've been trying to say a French word. French is difficult, so I get the omelette du fromage is all I remember in French. There was a song I've been listening to by a French Canadian, actually. And there is actually in this one song, there's only one French word in it. And I find it very difficult to say, but it's spelled out. It is actually, wait, do I know how to spell it out? I think I do. I think it's Toujous. I believe that means either like always or something adjacent to that. I believe that would be pronounced like should I attempt it? Or am I going to embarrass myself? I believe it would be pronounced something like toujours. I don't really know how to do that. The last bit is like, how do you say that? Perfect. I don't know if that's true. I think you're being very generous with that. The last OURS sound is very difficult. It was great. Oh gosh. Well, thank you. Let's look for this overlap. So that's 7. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Oh gosh. That's 7. And then we can do 7 on here. So we're going to mark 654. That's what we're going to do here. Boop, boop, boop. I was singing it to myself, and I was like, I don't know how to sing this. I was taught French, German, Spanish, and Latin in school at the same time. I got them so confused. It was, oh gosh, yeah, I could imagine. So one thing we can do here, so 5 and 3, we have this here. We know this is going to be filled in. We don't know if this one or this one is yet, but we will leave that blank. We'll probably be able to figure that out here shortly. Let's put some X's down. That's a 1. Also, have I been marking these off? No, I have not. 1, 6, 1. Okay. 5 and 3, 6 and 2. We can mark that off. This 3, we can at least put that 2 there. That means we can fill this in. So that is 6. So I can mark those off. Are you not getting... not right now. So for while we're doing Squeakross today and tomorrow, our alerts and our like sound effects are turned off for reasons. Did I miss a thing? What's this announcement? Oh, that's a default thing. Generally, I don't like backseating when I play games. For this, it doesn't really quite matter because my brain is broken, and so probably your hints aren't going to help me anyway. Fine. Well, I don't backseat. I passenger windshield prod. About a big frog. Oh man, we probably won't do a big gifter today. But Shady, I will look into that at the end of stream. Thank you very much, though. Do you not remember Pyrene? Oh, I loved... Or... Puren? I can't remember how that was pronounced. Pyrene was so good, though. But thank you for the donation, Shady. I appreciate that. Getting us closer to our Australia stretch goals. All right, so we have a space here for 2. And then we have another 2 here. Let's cross those out. We don't know where the 1 goes. Wemble, welcome in. How's it going? We are getting an early access preview to... We're going to look at this row here. Early access preview to Squeakross. We've got some of the devs in chat. Lovely. And so we're enjoying a cozy time. I honestly love Picross streams because... 1, I feel like it lets us kind of just chat for a bit, but also, I just find Picross very chill, and I love it. Makes me very happy. We have the 2 done here. We have the leftmost part of this 3, so we can go ahead and mark those. Put an X here. We can fill in this one to make it make sense. We have 3 spots. We need to fill in a 2. We know that the overlap is going to be this middle one. And as you play Picross games, you start to remember patterns of things. Patterns of the numbers, of where the overlap is and all that stuff. And that's where I'm trying to slow down and pause and explain. Because otherwise I would typically be like, sweet, we have 3 spaces. It's a 2. I know this middle one is going to be the overlap. But wanting to make sure you guys acknowledge or know what's happening. Here we have a 3 here. Now, for the 2 and the 1, we have 3 spaces free, an X and a 1 space. That means the 1 has to go here because we could not fit a 2 and a 1 in this little gap here. But like what we did here, I know this middle one is going to be the overlap. 1, 2, 1, 2. I can go ahead and mark off this 1. We can look at this column here, the 1 X4. I always say X meaning when I say X, I mean the separator. Based on what we have here, this is the 1. This is the 4. Just the way it counts out. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we did not have like, if we did not have this one, if we did not have this block marked for whatever reason, and I was just looking at this, I would probably still be able to say this is the one. Why? Because if I looked at this, if I tried to connect this in any way, it then makes this like a 5. It would just not be able to fit. So I would know there is a space here. But that's not how it was set up anyway. So yeah, we were able to look at that and say that is 1 and the 4. We already have 6 here. So x1. Let's put our x's down. We have the 1 there. 3, 1, 1. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. There are different sounds for the different, like, it's not the same sound just repeated over and over again. I realized one of those sounded like a much deeper scratch, so I was like, oh, I was not expecting that. Okay, so we have 3, 1, and then here, my mouse is acting funny. Let's look at this 4. We're gonna look at the overlap here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The only thing we can place for sure is this block here. We can now look at this row, 1 and 5. We have this furthest point here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X, put the 1. There's only 1 available space. Do we have this? Yes, we do. So mark off the 1. Looking at this row, there's only 1 available, like, of these 2 sections. There's only 1 that can fit 3, so we can mark that off. Put the 3, scratch. 3 on this column, scratch. We had the 2. Here's the 7. Boop. Mark that off. We have not been doing this column. That's all complete. This is 9. Mark that off. We already have the 5 and the 3. We have the 2. This is now the 6. And this is our last one. Way to go. It's 1 a.m. where you are, Lycan. Where are you? Expect terrible dad jokes and puns. You'll wish you never read. No, I actually love puns. I'm a big fan of a pun. Give sticker. Or did we already give it to us? I think it already gave it to us. Let's do the bed. I loved all these different, like, loading graphics. Oh, this will be very easy. So it's a 10 by 5. So let's get all of that out of the way. 10, 5, 5. We can put in the 4 here. Easy peasy. We already have the 1, 1 on this row. Let me do some markings. Oops, there we go. Okay, 1. 7 plus 1, 8. With the separators, 9. Okay, so there is... Oh. Well, I think I can guess, but I won't. If we remember, the rule said no guessing. So, that is 8. That is 8. We are going to go for the overlap. So that's going to be these. That helps us because we can mark a lot of these off. 2. That's the 3, 2, 2. Let's go ahead and mark these off. This is a 3. Done. You're in England! Ah, that makes sense. Jet should be punished for loving puns. Look at this. It's eating pizza. Hold on. Excuse. We must go to the main menu real fast. Clear! Where are you? There you are. Also, what is transparency? What is that doing? Oh! I see. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Transparency. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. More pizzas. All the pizzas. Pizza rat, pizza mouse is my favorite. Yes, safe. They say a good pun is its own reward. It is an adorable sticker, isn't it? I love it. For those who don't know, I do love me some pizza. So now we get to see Pizza Rat. Is it? Oh goodness. No spoilies, but I do hope a pizza is like an item. I need it just hanging out of its mouth, please. If not, DLC. I will buy that DLC. I will buy pizza DLC. Alright. 10 by 10. We've completed the 10s. Let me scratch this off. Pizza Hat when I need it. We can add this up. 6 plus 3 is 9. With adding the separator, but that's 1, is 10. So, we can easily say that is 6x 3. So 1, 2, 3, x. Oops. There we go. Cross that out. Now, let's see here. Where do I want to go? This could be a 6, or this could be the 6, which means we can mark that off. Same thing here. This 4, so we have 3. Actually, let's also turn on the zoom. I don't know if that's helpful. I don't know, is that easier for you guys to see what I'm doing? With this row, what we can do is mark off everything that's not just an extra block on the side. I'll think about it. Please do. I need pizza DLC. The pizza pack. Because come on, you can't tease us with an adorable sticker of a rat eating, or a mouse, a rodent of some kind eating a pizza. It needs a little. It needs a pizza. It yearns for the pizza. All right, so that's correct. That's right. Here. Okay, here's a logical thing. So we have a 2 and a 4 on this row. We have 3 already here. That means that this is a part of the 4. These 3 blocks are part of the 4 because there's already 3 there. It's not a part of the 2, which means that the only possible way this would fit is if this is 2x4. That is the only way that would have been able to fit there. We would have been able to get to that point solving other things first, but we can look at that and piece it together. Here we have that 3. The 2 goes there. 1, 2, 3. Looking at the right edge here is very helpful. Just tell them with no pizza DLC, we will stream your game with poor light quality. Don't make me turn HDR back on. Just kidding. We also this column. This row has been completed. Here we have the 2. No, yeah, I know, not the HDR. I'm glad. Thank you for helping me figure that out. That was it's very helpful, I think, to me in the long run. And I'm glad that now the game looks accurate. Love it when I can represent a game correctly. Here's the 3. Right now, I think we can just look at the overlap for this 3. What else we got? Okay, we can fill in the 6s. Whoops. And this row, we have the 1. We can put the 2 here. And now the 3. Just fill in that middle one. 2, 3. We know where the 6 can go now. And we're done. Happy to help. And I remember saying this when we played the demo. Also, I am noticing the zoom shadows are showing up here. That's from the zoom feature. One of the things that I do appreciate about this game is how the puzzles... this is a bug, oopsie. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you guys knew in the case you had not seen. One of the things I like about the way the puzzles are arranged is that the orientation of the items are not the most obvious. Like, the way the plant was sort of like at an angle and then it sort of like rotated once we like completed it. I really like that. Partially because we've played other Picross games in the past where the you were also finding objects that were sort of, I won't say what the game was, but the way when you were playing the solutions for the puzzles were objects that were in this like world that you would move around in, and the orientation of the object was always the most obvious and like flat on view of it, and it made it really easy like to solve the puzzles. It was called Bad Picross. Honestly, you should have known. It was also, they used a lot of mirroring. And so if you were able to figure out one half of the puzzle, you could just flip it and it would be correct. Almost like 90% of the time. It was kind of wild. And Jetpack Dude, welcome in. How are you? I've not been able to guess any of the items, so you can't just see what the answer is before trying, really. So, like, it will say here, basic nightstand. And so you can probably know what it is, but what I like is that it's just not as, like, clearly obvious. There is some novelty to when, like, I forget what the series is called. There's a major series of Picross games. What I used to do when we would play those, when we've streamed those games, is before placing the last one, I would try to get everyone to guess what the item or what the final image was. And it was always like people would guess random things and it would never be right, because it would just be like the picture looks nothing like the final picture of it. And granted, to that's defense, those are 2-dimensional. They never showed you like a 3-dimensional object. It was more of like a scene typically, and so and the block colors were always like a solid color gray or whatever it was. And then when it would reveal the image, it would change into varying shades of different colors. So like you weren't ever getting like a good preview of it before you saw like the completed image. But I really do like how this is set up. Thank you. We know we might get some criticism where some people will say the puzzle didn't look like the furniture, but the challenge with square-shaped stuff is that it always somehow looks square-shaped. Well, that's fair. No, actually, I think this is fantastic. I think this is, I prefer this, because when I would play the other games, my criticism was it's too easy. Like, I could guess the puzzle. I didn't really have to solve the clues, because I could just look at I knew what the image was going into the puzzle, Like, they didn't show it to you, but it would be like, gameplay-wise, you would know what you're looking for, or like where the item was placed in the world. You'd be like, oh, it's an axe or something. And then you would be able to see like, okay, well then I know that it's going to be like, based on like the numbers, you could kind of piece it together. You just be like, oh, okay, it's just going to be like filled in, and then like, here's the handle, and you're like, done. And it's like, boom, you got it. And so it was always just the most easy way to, like, the puzzles were just set up in the most obvious of ways, and that doesn't make it as fun, I guess, because you're not relying on the logic part of the puzzle. You're relying on just the visual, what you imagine the shape would be. And so I don't know. I like this. I think this was the way to do it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like you've done it better than most Pictocross games. It's a cracker. Thank you. It's definitely a challenge, but we tried to sprinkle over other weirdly shaped. I can read. I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm gonna tell you that I can read. It's definitely a challenge when we try to sprinkle other weirdly sized puzzles to make it more interesting as well. Yes, I think that also makes it nice when it's, you know, not necessarily a 10 by 10 or whatever. I'm not crying. Very much looking forward to release. Yeah, it's so good. Did I math that? Hold on. Count. That's 7. There we go. We can make that the 9. Let's cross those out. That's the 1 here. Easy ones. 5. X. Cross that out. That means this is the 1. 6, 3. We could have mathed that out to being 10. Here we have, this is a part of the 4. So this is either 1, 2, 3, 4, or it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and mark those as X's. We can then, we know this is the overlap, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. We have, this row is complete. We can do this one. 1, 3, 1. We don't know this one yet. Here we have the 5 and the 4. That makes sense, because 5x 4 would equal 10 in my head. Whoops. Actually, we can cross all that out. 1, 2, 4 as well. 1, 1, 3. That is the 2s. We have the 1s. This is a 2. That's the 1s. Okay. 4. Oh, nice. Whew. If only buying furniture was as easy as solving a few puzzles. Oh! Also, hold on. Congratulations for completing the page. Nini's challenges are now available. Solve them to unlock color variations and more. So we will look at that. Let's look at our little mousey for a second. I've heard rumors to that effect. Good to have you verify it, though. It's also really cool you got the Sex and the City theme for the background music. Color variations. I know. We're gonna do some of those challenges. I was gonna say, our mouse rodent. You know, I don't know if you guys can tell, but he has very clear skin. He's very conscious about his skincare products. He's a big fan of rodent fields. Did that joke land? Is that it? Do we get that joke? Do I need to explain it further? Should I explain a joke? No? We can move on. Let's do not Rodan Fields is a skincare line. It's okay. it's okay. Rodent Fields. Rodan. So, okay, let's do some of these. Yeah, I know it. Nini told me all about it. So good. I feel like that would have been better if they were like a furniture company. Like, that would have been better. There would have been like a better joke I could do there, but, you know. Let's do a couple of the challenges. Let's unlock some more. Actually, you know what? Instead of the chair, let's do the bed. I want some different color. Oh, I love this shade of blue. Really nice. Okay, so a 12 by 10. Oh boy. Oh. Also, I love the color of the, I don't know if, has the color of the block, like the highlighter, always been animated? Have I just not noticed that at this point? I love these colors though, the blue and purple rotating. Very much my jam. Okay, so I think this is where I would like 4 separators at 5. I think this might help me. Instead of it being like midway. 12 by 10 Picross purist will kill me. Yes, but right now it's wait, really? It's too visible? I think it looks so cool, but maybe that's it's up to you. But I think it looks so neat. I just love looking at it. I love that style of color though. I'm a very vapor wavy, you know, outrun style person. So here we have 9. We can then go to its extreme and go here. That means where we have 9 through 4, these are going to be turned into blocks. I'd say this game is a masterpiece. You know, if you guys did, if you guys had like a color theme where you could like change, like people could select the different colors of, like if someone was like, I only want my boards to be this blue, I would definitely name the themed colors after different types of cheese. Like this could be the blue cheese theme. Anyway. But that doesn't really, no one would get that because it's just blue. But if you had like an orange theme one, it could be like cheddar, you know, that would be more of the joke. Here it's not as good of a joke. Okay, so we have a 9 here as well. What we can do differently is starting here, this could be 9, or this could be 9. So we can just mark that. It's in our nice to have list for post release. Oh, I love it. Color palette options, so good. That's so fun. honestly, you guys have done such a wonderful job with this game already. Big fan. And I love Picross. And when Alex was here the first time around, I spoke a lot about this, that this game has so many quality of life features that so many Picross games lack, and I think that has been one of my like critiques on a lot of Picross games, is I feel like so many of them are just so bare bones. Like, they add nothing to the Picross space. Even when there's like some Picross games that are still coming out don't even give you the circle option, the question mark option, or like the placeholder option. And I'm like, why? Why leave that out? Such an easy thing to add. Such a basic option, but I feel like Squeakross has so many quality of life features that makes it easy for even somebody like me who's been playing for so long, but I feel like it makes it way more approachable for new people to give them so many accessibility features, and even, or somebody who has played for so long, being able to turn off certain hints and all of that. Like, I really like that. Like, I prefer to, I haven't made any huge mistakes yet, but at some point we will come to a puzzle where typically the lower, once you get further into a game and they start giving you like lower and lower numbers, that's where I start messing up more. And I do prefer to mess up and then have to learn from that later. And then being like, wait a minute, I have messed up majorly and I don't know where. And even though it's frustrating to have to then like clear the board or have to like backtrack a whole ton, which I do like that you guys have added like undo and redo. So huge. Love it. What a great feature. That's actually, I've never seen that in a Picross game. It could be very likely. I've not played every Picross game, but I just think that's really cool. Like, I feel like you guys have done a very good job of fleshing this out. Plus, I mean, come on, adorable Ratos and decorating a house and all, like so many additional features that Picross games don't normally have. But I think even just like Picross, the Picross puzzles itself, you've done so much. So I'm very much a big fan of all this. All our quality of life comes from my own frustration playing those games. Incredible. I love that. I know, I was trying a recent one with such bare bones tutorial. It's uninviting. It can be very uninviting. And it even amazes me, I think, sometimes. I go to the Picross subreddit a lot, and sometimes people will recommend a game. They'll be like, oh, a new Picross game came out. And I check it out, and it's like, it has nothing. All you can do is just the correct ones and the X's. I played one recently. You could not even put X's on it. And I was like, what is this? I feel like that's even just such a default part of the game that, like, or expectation. There was actually a while back a thread on the Picross subreddit that was like, what are the features that you like most on Picross games and that you kind of want or expect to have? And it was very interesting because, yeah, a lot of people have played these different games that have all these different features, which is really nice. But it is just can be surprising how often it's like, wait, why didn't they add anything to this game? Most Picross games out at the moment are just cash grabs and thrown together with no consideration or care. They added an undo in the latest Switch Picross, but it is not well known. So good. I love it. It's so weird to me because it's such a niche type of game. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, it feels like there are only so many iterations of Picross out there, I guess, and it's already like a puzzle type that, you know, There are some variations to it, like the Jupiter Picross games do some different things, like have some different modes, but like for the most part, you know, it can be very formulaic. And so you think the way you would innovate it is by adding these quality of life features and it just becoming those features becoming a staple of the genre and not just like of maybe a certain series or whatever. If you jump to the mobile gaming scene, there's plenty, but they're not worth the effort of downloading, let alone playing. So I'm genuinely looking forward to getting to play this. Actually, some of the ones I played recently, the mobile ones, where I was like, the only buttons it gives you is just X or yes, or like the, you know, filled in block. And I mean, I guess that's like, I mean, that's the basic. I mean, that's what you need at a minimum to play the game, I would say. But granted, again, one of the games I played recently didn't even let you mark, like, cross out blocks. So I think I played like 2 puzzles of that and I was like, nope, not gonna play this anymore. I don't even like always cross every box off. I do that for stream. When I'm playing, I don't necessarily do that, but I want to be able to do that if I want to. So okay, we're looking for the overlap here. I have found it, and I am going to mark 8 through 3. This is where the for sure overlap is. We cannot find an overlap for the 1. That does not make sense for us to do. So we can't find that yet at this point, but we can mark some stuff off. Whoops. Let's do that. This is the 9, the 2, the 2. We have the 2 here. That means the 3 is going to fit in nicely here. We have the 4 here. Boom. This block here is going to be a part of the 2. Why? Because there cannot be a 2 here. Because if you had 1, 2, it'd be a 3. So this is a part of the 2. So we can mark this one as marked off. We can find some overlap here. 1, X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, hold on. We're marking these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are going to mark 2 through 7, and we're actually going to find that we have the 7 here. Boop. Done. That means that's the 8. We still don't know where the 1 is here. If I recall, I think we should be able to place a block here. Now that we have marked this as not a block. Right? Because that's going to be 9. So that 3 spot. Yeah. Has to be that. We can now mark this 2. Oh, this row. 2. We can mark this off because this 4 is going to be in here somewhere. That is a 1. Oh, why haven't I been doing these at all? I don't know. That's 7. 3. Let's get that. 2. 4. Okay. Is this 6? Yes. So this column is done. We have 1, 1. 1 and 2. I love those pencil sounds. Okay. What else we got? This is this 1. Oh, we can mark that 1 off. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or this 4 here. So we're gonna mark 2, 3, and 4. That's where we know. This is a 2. Is that 9? No, it's 8. 9. We can mark that off. We can mark off this 2. And we can fill in the 6. 2, 3. X. 2, 1. We have this row now complete. This is 6, so we've got that here. Mark off the 2. Put X's here. We can fill in the 7 now. 5. 2. Okay, we zoom in now. 1, 2. Put the 1. That makes that a 4. We completed 4, 3. Is this the last one? Nini's watching you. Do not guess. I know. I try. Trying not to guess. Ooh. So many colors. Brown. Dark brown. Espresso, I think we could call it. I don't know what I don't know what I want my like house to look like. If you know, I don't know what theme we're going for yet. Well done, you completed your first Nini's challenge. This means you unlocked color variations for that item, and you can place as many duplicates as you want. Check the manual to learn more. So now, if I wanted, so many different beds. So now, wait. Oh, they're in the middle. I didn't see it for some reason. So, we've made a bedroom. Oh. I love that it leaped all the way to this one. Let me, maybe too many beds. Leap to that one. Let's put that here. So now, so when you do the challenge, you can put an infinite amount of, well, not infinite. Maybe that's extreme. You can put multiples of that type. Let's put, did not mean to remove that. There we go. I'll put you there. I'll put the lamp there. Actually, makes sense for the alarm. To go there. There we go. Look at our cute little mousey. So adorable. Zoom and enhance. Look at this guy. Love him. Okay. Let's go back to the normal puzzles. A humidifier? Apple hat. I want the apple hat. We deserve an apple hat. That was a quick pun? No, don't worry. I had been thinking about it the entire time we were doing the other puzzle. Okay, it's a 10 by 8. I sometimes am quick-witted, but I oftentimes very much am thinking, how can I just lead to this pun? How can I get there to where I can say this pun? So, okay, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 3 are all going to get filled out because that is the overlap. Here is 7. Let's go and cross it out. 6, Here's the 4. We can put the, whoops, 3. I didn't mean to cross that out. We can cross these out because this is part of the 2. That is 5, so X. We already have the 3 here. 2 will fit somewhere in there. This is a 4, 2. Oop, we have that. 2 is selected. 3 is done. 5. And this is... Hold on. Undo. Just to explain this. Wait a minute. Okay. What is nice about making sure you put X's... and Secret, have a good dinner. Hope you have a good one. Oh, and Sassy, I hope you have a great day as well. Have a good night. I hope school tomorrow is great. One thing that is helpful about putting X's down. So we put an X down here. That helps us realize that we know where we can put the 5. Otherwise, I might have missed it and I'd solve it later. But by putting the X here, we then know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is why it can be helpful to make sure you are putting down X's and crossing out blocks. Because sometimes otherwise you might visually miss it. These are all complete. The 2 is done. That is done. That can be crossed out. We know that's not selected. Oh, we have the 1 here. 5. The 2 fits here. That is 6. Cross that out. Is this 7, 8, 4? Done. Apple hat. Apple hat. Perfect. Look at us go. I love how you can fit on so many different accessories. Stove, basic counter, microwave. Let's get a microwave. We have a hungry rat boy. 10s. That is 8. Good. Same thing here. That's going to be the overlap. That's what I'm saying with, like... Eventually, you just will kind of know the placement of things in a line. So instead of having to have counted the overlap, I just know that what's going to happen is when you have a 10 by 10 and you have a row of 9, you're just going to leave 1 block on either end. You don't know where it's going to end, but you can just leave a block there. Mark that. And mark the 10s off. That 9 is now complete. 3. That 2 is done. This 1 is done. That's 9. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. That 1 is done. 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, X. 1, 2, 3. To fit in the 3 and 3. This row, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, counting the spacers. So 6 plus 1 plus 1, that's 8. 2 separators. So 8 plus those 2 separators is 10. So we can just fill this in entirely. 6, separator 1, separator 1. We can put X's here. done. That's done. That's done. That's done. 2, 1, and 1. That is a 3. Done. We're zooming. New sticker. Oh! I love it. A galaxy rodent. Look at the little space guy. I love it. I want that sticker. Put him in space. Okay, we have a 10 by 5. Okay. So 3s are going to be just that middle piece. 4s are going to be this. That will help us fill in some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. X. That's the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fill in this 3, the 5. Let me mark off a bunch of these. 4, 2, 1, 1 and the 1, 4, 4, 4. Zoom. Zoomies. I could just play Squeakross forever. Let's do the stove. Right now, bet for me while this medicine... Oh, are you sick? Fast! It's working and I can sleep. Pneumonia isn't fun. Lycan, I didn't know you had pneumonia. I hope you feel better. I hope you're okay. That is no fun at all. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. Glad we got to see you. Hope that you feel better. Very soon. I hope the medicine works. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Where to next? 1, 4, and 2. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. So 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And now we can use this to help us. I like to put these markers down because if otherwise I'll forget as I do them where the overlap is. So 1, 2, we can mark that. X. 1, 2, 3, 4. X, 1. Now we just erase the unknowns. What do we have? This is going to be the 2 of here. This is part of the 4. 3. What do I want to do? Oh, 1 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Somehow I missed the giant 7 number. So we're going to fill in 2 through 8. No. 2 through 7. I was made a big mistake. And then leave those there. Yeah, I've been unwell for a while. Oh no. Well, I hope you have a good one. Good to see you. I hope you have, I hope you feel better very, very soon. This has to be a part of the 2 because the 4 and 2 cannot fit beyond this X. Oops. So, Put that 2 there, and a 4 can fit here. So that 1, 2, 3. Mark X's. 1, 2, 3. Mark X's. 5. That was the overlap in my brain. Apologies for not explaining that. We have the 2. We can mark those off. That is the 2. Here's the 3. You can put one in the middle there for that 2. This is the vertical 2. This is a 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can mark those off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. Put that there. 3, 2, and 2. I'm going to mark this 3 and the 4. 3, 2, 1, X1, 1, X1, 2, and that marks the 5, 2, and 2. Oh, we have the 3, 1, 7, right. Yeah, 7. Here's a 2. There's only one empty space, so that has to be the one here. We can mark that off. 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's where this 1 goes. Oh, this row is complete. This row is complete. 3, 1. That's the 2. 1, 1, 1. I love it. Incredible pizza DLC. Now I can eat. Wait, can he eat? Because that would be great. At the very least, we need to give him just some, you know, sustenance. He's been hard at work. Can you interact with that? Do you get electrocuted? He loves it. We need to get some different color ranges for our stove. He loves it. So adorable. Do you interact with the box? Smell it. Turns off the... Oh, no. Be careful, don't electrocute yourself. No! Time for your nappies. No, sorry, that was a joke. But it was funny as he started eating in front of it. So it kind of looked like it kind of looked like he did. So I'll take it. 10 by 10, 5 and 4, that's going to equal 10. Boom. Another 5 and 4. Here is 2, 2, and 4. Okay, let's do the 6 and the 1. 6, x1. And 1x, 1, 2, 1, 1x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 3 through 6 get marked. But I know right now it's only the same music for the puzzles. We're looking into content ID free music to add to the game. Oh, no, you're totally good. I honestly didn't realize that. I think oh, without content ID. Yeah. No, that's totally good. I mean, last time I don't remember getting hit at all by it, but whenever I see that option, I'm like, I'm just gonna play it safe just in case. But I think last time I streamed, I didn't get bonked by either Twitch or YouTube. So, yeah, but I was like, whenever I see a streamer mode, I'm like, sweet. I'm just gonna do that for just safety's sake, so it doesn't, I don't accidentally lose anything or all of that. But I appreciate that you guys added that in there. 2, 2, 4. I've not been marking these. 3, 4, 5. Because sometimes people don't, and then it makes me sad when then I finish stream and then it's like, parts of your VOD have been muted, and I'm like, no. but I didn't know. I am zooming. Stream mode will have other music that are safe for release. Perfect. We love that. I do like the default, like the non like content ID music. So for people who are not streaming it, if you're just playing at home, you will have some great music to enjoy. Okay, we have the 2 here. 1, 2, and 1. 2. That's 3. 3. That's 3 more. Put that there. It's 2. 2, 1, 2, 1. Really need to keep remembering to mark these off. One is gonna go here, one is gonna go somewhere here. 3. That's the 2. That is that. That is the 6. It's gonna go here, X, and woo! Also, I like the little effect when the blocks expand into the item, and it's that like kind of like parallax effect, I guess, where you can see the pattern in the background of the cheese. I like that before it like turns into the item. It's a cool effect. Okay, we will finish this last one on this page, and then we'll stop here for today. But we will be back tomorrow with more Squeakross. So if you guys want to see some more puzzles, tomorrow will be a great day to tune in, for we will be playing more. Okay, so that's 7 and 7. Mark those. 2. 6 and 6. Mark that. That 6 fits perfectly there. That's a 3. Tomorrow we're probably gonna get into like harder puzzles. And I'm just gonna get crushed the entire time. But at least tomorrow, the colors will look right the entire time. Imagine. That's 7. Okay. That's going to be the 6. 6, 7. Oh, X2. I could have mapped that out. 6 and 1. That fits in perfectly there. 3. Here is 6. Boop. You know, I really thought at some point it was just on purpose. Don't ask me why it's the colors. No, the thing is like, I mean, like I could see somebody doing that maybe, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could see it for like the right type of game. Maybe something looks better, or maybe it's like, maybe the game originally isn't very like accessible for people with like color blindness or something, so like maybe I could see that happening, but that would have to be very purposeful, right? That was like I just couldn't tell, I think, because of my preview being so small. I could tell that it looked a little bit different, but it didn't look like over blown, I guess, or like it didn't, or blown out, anyway, or like washed out or anything. And so I was like, I'm glad you mentioned it, because otherwise I'd have been just embarrassed way later. So, congratulations for completing the game. Nini's challenges are now available to unlock more color variations. I want to see what the next page is gonna have. Ooh. Stack storage, a bathtub, basic couch, melancholic picture, we love it, and a towel pile. Oh goodness, so good. Okay, so let's go to the house real fast. So we don't unlock a new room until 50. How many have we done? Okay, tomorrow our goal is to unlock a new room. You will be mine. Oh, we've not been reading mail. Oh, goodness. Maybe we'll read some of this mail tomorrow as well. We have a lot. We're going to leave those messages unread. But that's, oh, hold on. This is my favorite camera by far. So good. We'll leave that there while we chat about the game and stuff. But, again, Dev, thank you so much for the preview code for this game. Very much appreciate it. Tomorrow we will be back with some more Squeakross. Ignore that my camera is frozen. We'll be back with, but it looks like I'm very interested in what's going on this screen. Very much, it's like a surprise pog. We will be back with some more Picross puzzles, so if you were interested in this and want to see more, I hope that you will come back tomorrow and check it out. Very much enjoying all the new features that you guys have added since the demo. Can't wait to play some more puzzles, unlock more, unlock some rooms, because you weren't able to do that in the demo, so if I believe you weren't able to do that in the demo. Maybe I just didn't do that. Maybe I just stuck to the one room. But I am grateful for the opportunity to do this. But again, we will be back tomorrow. So if you guys would like to see more and hang out and chat and learn how to play, I will keep doing that. We are going to get into rooms were locked for the demo. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I thought, I was like, did I just skip that part? But no, I'm glad that I didn't. We'll be back tomorrow with more, so I'm very excited to... We're getting into some more difficult puzzles. I am likely going to mess up at some point, majorly, and have to undo a whole bunch or recalculate, but hopefully I will do Nini proud and not guess, or you know. But sometimes you get too comfortable, you know? And that... Aww. That's so adorable. But all right, for now, friends, thank you again for being here. I very much appreciate it. We're gonna move here real fast as I say thank you. And I think there we go. Everything is on here. I do need to do one little alert here just to say thank you to activity feed. Replay, there we go.
Frog attack.
Shady earlier, thank you so much for the $5. Very much appreciate it. Sorry, we didn't have announcements going on while we were playing the game. That's just for today and tomorrow for reasons. But thank you. Very much appreciate it. Getting us closer to our Australia stretch goals and stuff. But thanks a lot for playing and enjoy the rest of your day. Luca, thank you so much for being here. Tell Alex as well. Thank you for hanging. Besides the color mishap, I hope I'm doing you guys proud and showing off the game. But I am very excited to play some more. So I'm very excited to continue all of this tomorrow. But thank you for being here. Thank you for making such a fantastic game. Love it. Honestly, for sure, and without exaggeration, one of the best Picross games I've ever played. So I think it is quite wonderful. And I'm glad that so many people seem to have been gravitating towards it, because I think it very much deserves it. So, Too Much to Bear, thank you for being here. Everybody, thank you for hanging out, lounging, chatting, lurking, etc. You guys are all wonderful. Very much appreciate all of you. But we will be back tomorrow with some more Squeakross, so I hope to see you guys then. I hope you have a wonderful evening or rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!